Have you ever owned a business? Not a trick question.
Congresswoman, there are working people in this country
Yes.
who do not choose
this
to be
is the very reason why you can't get confirmed is because you can't answer a question.
The representative from Michigan, Ms. McClain, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for being here today. I want to talk about the independent contractor rule. What is the goal of that rule or that piece of legislation?
So, thank you for that question.
I'm sorry?
I said thank you for the question. The goal of the rule is under the Fair Labor Standards Act, employees are entitled to a host of protections, minimum wage, overtime, and others. The definition of who is an employee is important because independent contractors don't have those protections and employees do. So what we were doing with the rule—
But isn't that the choice of the employee?
Well—
So I'm still going back to, it, very simply put, what is the goal of the independent contractor rule?
The goal of the rule was to restore decades worth of interpretation about who is an independent contractor and who is an employee.
And you think you're best suited to make that definition?
Well, let me say, Congresswoman, I didn't make up the test. When I say it comes from decades
then
of
I'm
case
still
law,
confused on what the goal of the rule is.
it was to—
Where's the problem? Seems to me like we're trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist.
Well, Congresswoman, misclassification is a real problem. Misclassification refers to—
What is the problem? What is the problem? Because people have a choice.
Oh, well,
Am I not mistaken?
I mean, here's an example.
No, I'm not looking for an example. I'm looking for an answer.
It's a problem if you are hired to do a job in which you should have all the protections of employee status.
Then go and don't be an independent contractor. Choose an employer. You can either be a 1099 or you can be a W-2. That's your choice, right? If I don't want to be an independent contractor, is there a law out there that says I can only be an independent contractor? The answer to that, because I know you're going to give a 20-minute dissertation, is no.
No.
So
I'll
let
be
me
brief,
ask you this. Have
Congresswoman.
you
I'll
ever
just
been
say
a
that—
business owner?
I'll be brief about this. I will just say that for the many workers who have come to us and said, I wasn't paid what I should have been paid, and I was called an independent contractor—
the confusion, stop, you're mixing apples and oranges. So I go and I'm an independent contractor. I know I'm an independent contractor. And then what's the problem? I mean, you know what you're doing. You're either an independent contractor or you're not. So what my biggest concern is, you haven't even been able to clearly articulate what the goal of that rule is. I mean, we talk in circles. Do you believe in capitalism? Yes, wonderful. Have you ever owned a business?
I've said this before, and I'm sure I'm going to get cut off saying it now, but I am the
that
daughter
would be a yes or
of
no.
small business owners.
So that's
who
great.
had
I'm
small
a
businesses
daughter
when
too.
I was growing up. So
okay,
my
this
parents
should
had
be
a
really easy
laundromat.
for you. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Listen carefully. If you need to write a note down, that's fine. Have you— it is kind of comical when you're supposed to be the acting secretary and you can't answer a question. So I'm with you on the comedy. Unfortunately, it's not that comical because it's real life. So let's try it again. Have you, not the daughter, not the mother, not the sister, not the aunt, have you ever owned a business?
Congresswoman, you asked me why the rule is important.
Okay, let's try this again. So you're making a ton of money. You're making legislation for business owners. You're supposed to be in charge as the acting person, yet you can't answer a simple question. Amazing to me. Maybe we should just pay you more money and that would help you answer the question. I'm going to go back to the question again. Have you ever owned a business? Not a trick question.
Congresswoman, there are working people in this country
yes.
who do not choose
this
to be
is the very reason why you can't get confirmed, is because you can't answer a question, right? It's I'll even accept an I don't know. have you ever owned a business? And yes, I'm Congresswoman, so have you ever owned a business?
Working
Here-
people in this country are entitled to basic protections under the federal law. It is our job
So
as the
is
Department
that
of Labor.
yes, you have owned a business, or no, that's not? I mean, you are brilliant at answering a question that I didn't ask. And this is the very reason why you can't get confirmed in the Senate, because nobody trusts you, because you can't answer a simple question. If you're supposed to be in charge, I would think it's not too much to ask to be able to answer a question. And with that, my disappointment continues to grow, and your smugness continues to be very unacceptable. But you continue being acting secretary, making policies of which you know nothing about. And with that, I yield back.